Greetings, silent warrior. Yes, you, the man who stands tall in daylight, yet grapples with unseen battles in the dark. You've fought inner demons no one else can see. You've been strong for so long, but now your mind feels like the enemy. In life, we face two wars, one with the world outside and one within our own soul. The truth is, the war in your mind is the fiercest. External struggles may wound, but it's your thoughts that keep the pain alive. You can sit in a quiet room, free of threats, yet feel fear, regret, anger, or shame. Why? Because the battlefield is within your head. You've likely faced days where the world seems fine, but your mind relentlessly attacks you. A single negative thought grows like poison. I'm not good enough. I always mess up. They don't respect me. These thoughts start small, but unchecked. They consume your identity. This is where Stoicism becomes your shield and sword. Ancient Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca lived through wars, exile, and betrayal. They understood what most modern men miss. You can't control the world, but you can master your response to it. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, you have power over your mind, not external events. Embrace this truth, and you'll find unshakable strength. Reflect on it. You don't need wealth, perfection, or control over every outcome. You need only to choose your response over impulsive reaction. You are not your negative thoughts. You observe them. As their observer, you decide how long they linger. This video isn't for those chasing a quick feel-good fix. It's for the warrior ready to cast off the weight of his own mind. For the man tired of the inner voice whispering, "You're not enough." In the next 7 chapters, we'll dismantle the cruelest mental traps fueling negative thoughts and use Stoic wisdom to crush them. Don't just watch, study this video. If you seek peace, clarity, and inner strength, every chapter builds on the last. Before we begin, leave this affirmation in the comments. I am stronger than my negative thoughts. Asterisk. Like this video and share it with a brother you respect. Subscribe if you're serious about forging a resilient mind. Now, let's destroy those negative thoughts. One Stoic truth at a time. First truth, you are not your thoughts. This is the cornerstone. Your thoughts don't define you. It feels strange because we're taught every thought is part of us. Pause and consider how many random, dark, or painful thoughts cross your mind daily. If they were all you, your identity would shift every minute. Stoicism offers a profound truth. Your mind has 2 parts, what happens and how you respond. Negative thoughts will come. That's normal. What matters is what you do with them. Epictetus said, "It's not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them." A painful thought like "I'm a failure" or "they abandoned me" only becomes suffering if you believe it. Otherwise, it's just noise. Picture a dark cloud in the sky. You don't panic just because rain might come. You observe, prepare, and move forward. Treat negative thoughts the same way. Notice them, detach, and let them pass. The trap is when you let thoughts become your identity. If you think I'm anxious, you become anxiety. If you think my relationship is doomed, you live that story. Thoughts aren't facts. They're suggestions, not commands. Picture your mind as a radio. A bad song plays, but you don't have to dance to it. Change the station. A Stoic practice is to write down troubling thoughts and judge them like a court. Ask, is this thought 100% true? What's the evidence? What would Marcus Aurelius say? Will this matter in 5 years? You'll see the thought has no real weight. It just feels heavy. Another tool, label the thought. Instead of, I'm a failure, say, I'm having a thought about failure. This creates distance, and in that space lies your power. You are not your thoughts. You are the sky, and they are just clouds passing through. Second truth, stop fighting reality. The root of much negativity is resisting what is. You don't suffer just because something bad happened. You suffer because your mind insists it shouldn't have happened. A breakup, a betrayal, a missed opportunity. We tell ourselves, it was wrong. That resistance becomes mental torment. The Stoics taught a powerful lesson. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. It begins when you argue with reality. Epictetus nailed it. Don't wish for things to happen as you want, but wish for them to happen as they do, and your life will flow smoother. This doesn't mean celebrating pain or pretending all is well. It means stop wasting energy trying to rewrite the past or deny what's true. If it happened, accept it. Then decide your next step. Think about it. A man in the rain can curse the sky or accept he's wet. Grab a coat and keep moving. Which man are you? Most negative thoughts stem from wishing the past were different. Why did they leave? Why did I say that? If only I'd taken that chance. Those thoughts can't change what's done. They only keep pain alive. The Stoics called this amor fati, love your fate. Embrace what happens, even if it stings. Why events are beyond your control, but your response isn't. Take a failed business or a missed promotion. A negative mind says, I'm worthless. I'll never succeed. A Stoic mind says, this is one moment, not my destiny. What can I learn? Don't fight the present, use it. Try this tool when your mind says, this shouldn't have happened. Catch it. Say aloud, but it did. Now what? This shifts power back to you. You stop being a victim and become the author of your life. Here's a truth to hold: peace doesn't come from a perfect life. It comes from accepting reality and choosing to move forward. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I accept reality and grow from it. Third truth, don't trust your first emotion. Too many men fall into this trap. They take their initial feelings as gospel. But Stoicism teaches a vital skill. Your first emotion isn't your final wisdom. Anger, fear, envy, sadness. These are just reactions, often loud, chaotic, and irrational. If you always follow your first emotion, your life becomes a roller coaster. Think of emotions as waves. The first one hits hard, but it passes. Wait, reflect, and observe instead of acting rashly, and you'll prevail. Marcus Aurelius, under the weight of ruling Rome, wrote, keep your spirit calm and see things for what they are. Imagine a leader of empires reminding himself to stay steady. If a friend doesn't reply to your message, your first thought might be, they don't value me. But wait an hour, you might learn they're busy, unwell, or just forgot. Acting on that first emotion could ruin a good bond. Here's the practice when a negative emotion strikes. Pause and name it. Say, I feel angry, but that doesn't mean I'm right. I feel afraid, but that doesn't mean I'm in danger. I feel envious, but that doesn't mean I'm less. Your emotions are signals, not orders. Another Stoic tool is the view from above. Step back and see your life from a distance, as if from space. Suddenly, that argument or moment of shame shrinks. This perspective dissolves unnecessary pain. Practice saying, "Let me wait before I react." This small phrase saves careers, marriages, and your peace. You're not weak for feeling emotions. You're wise for not letting them rule you. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I pause. I choose. I don't react blindly. Asterisk. Fourth truth. The story you tell yourself creates your pain. It's not the circumstances that break you. It's the narrative you build around them. You face rejection, and your mind says, "They never valued me. I'll always be alone." You err at work, and it says you're a failure. You're incompetent. This is the trap. You confuse facts with interpretation. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If something external pains you, it's not the thing itself, but your judgment of it, which you can change at any moment." Pause and reflect. It's not the rejection, silence, or failure that hurts most. It's the meaning you assign to them. Often born of fear or past wounds, your boss responds curtly, and you think they dislike you. Friends don't invite you out, and you feel unworthy. You miss a goal, and you think you'll never succeed. But what if those stories aren't true? A powerful Stoic tool is to separate the event from the narrative. Do this. First, write the raw facts. My message went unanswered for 2 days. Second, write the story your mind tells. They don't care about me. They're avoiding me. Third, challenge it. Am I certain this is true? Could there be other reasons? Have I ever delayed a reply for unrelated reasons? This exercise alone reveals your thoughts aren't reality, they're just stories. Stoics know bad things happen, but they don't define you. You decide their meaning. In that power, you shape your emotional world. Use your mind to heal, not harm. Your brain tells stories, but you're the editor. A wise editor cuts false narratives before they spread. When your thoughts spiral, pause, investigate, and rewrite. You're not your pain. You're the author crafting the next page. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I control my story. I choose peace over panic. Fifth truth. Your surroundings shape your inner voice. Be brutally honest. Your environment molds your thoughts. Most negative minds aren't born. They're forged by toxic settings. The people you keep, the content you consume, the habits you repeat, they feed your inner dialogue. Seneca warned, surround yourself with those who lift you higher and whom you can elevate in return. This isn't just about friends, it's about mental hygiene. Your mind is a garden. Who's planting seeds in it? Examine closely negative people, toxic social media, chaotic spaces. They all breed inner turmoil. If you're around complainers or gossipers, their mindset seeps into you. If you scroll through content that fuels insecurity or anger, your mind craves that low energy. A cluttered room or noisy home amplifies stress and clouds clarity. Stoics lived simply because external chaos breeds internal chaos. Here's the hard truth: you can't kill negative thoughts while feeding them daily. Start cleansing your environment. Ask, who drains me? Who brings peace? Does the content I consume inspire or degrade me? Does my space clear my mind or add stress? Stoics valued structure simple habit, tidy spaces. meaningful conversations. External discipline creates inner calm. Try this challenge for 7 days. Avoid gossip, drama, and toxic social media. Clean your space. Unfollow accounts that spark comparison. Spend time with those who grow. You'll be amazed at how quiet your mind becomes, not because thoughts vanish, but because you've stopped fueling the storm. Sixth truth: you're tired, not broken. Sometimes negative thoughts signal exhaustion, not failure, physical, emotional, or spiritual depletion. When you're worn out, everything feels worse. You misread messages, overthink choices, assume others are against you. Your mind becomes a storm, not because you're weak, but because you're drained. Stoics understood this. They didn't just preach mindset, they valued energy preservation. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If something external pains you, it's not the thing but your judgment, which you can retract any time." But how do you retract pain when you're sleep-deprived, unrested, or disconnected? Too many men try to think their way out of a storm when what they need is recovery. Negative thoughts grow louder when you're sleep-deprived, undernourished, or stagnant. You're overwhelmed by noise, social media, or pressure. You haven't had solitude. You don't need to fix your mind every time. Sometimes your nervous system needs a break. Stoicism isn't about being a machine. It's about reason and guarding your energy. Epictetus reminded his students, "You can't learn what you think you already know." If your mind is exhausted and overloaded, clarity and growth stall. Give yourself this gift: rest. Sleep early tonight. Take a 20-minute walk without your phone. Say no to something draining. Write down your worries, then set them aside. You're not broken, you're overwhelmed. See exhaustion as a signal, not a flaw. Rest is your reset. Negative thoughts often fade, not because you fought them, but because you stopped running on empty. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I'm not broken. I'm resting. Seventh truth: gratitude destroys negativity. It's not just positive thinking, it's a weapon that uproots toxic thoughts. Why gratitude forces you to see reality, not just what's missing. When negativity traps you, your mind narrows. Everything's wrong. Everyone's better. Life's unfair. But naming what's good cracks that prison open. Seneca said, "The poor man isn't the one with little, but the one craving more." Most negative thoughts stem from a sense of lack. Gratitude reminds you of your abundance. This isn't ignoring problems, it's balancing your perspective. In dark moments, ask, what am I overlooking? What do I have that I once prayed for? Who's still by my side? Write it down. One line can shift everything. Lost in your career, you're still healthy, safe, and learning. Struggling in a relationship, you've discovered your strength and worth. Gratitude isn't fake smiles, it's saying yes. This hurts, but I choose to see what I still have. Negativity grows in the soil of forgetfulness. When you forget your blessings, victories, and survival, you fall into the lie that life is only pain. Make gratitude a ritual every morning or night. Write 3 things you're thankful for: a breath, a meal, a memory, a person, a breeze. You'll notice the ache in your chest ease, the fog in your mind lift. Gratitude gives you anchors, keeping you steady in the storm. If you've made it this far, know this: you're already cutting down negative thoughts. Awareness is the first strike, and Stoicism sharpens your blade. This isn't about never thinking negatively, that's unrealistic. Stoics didn't chase perfection, they practiced relentlessly. You've learned you're not your thoughts, you're the observer. You don't need to fight reality. You can accept and grow. Your first emotion isn't always true. Pause, reflect, and choose your response. Your thoughts are just stories. Rewrite them. Your environment matters. Cleanse it to clear your mind. Exhaustion isn't failure. Rest is your strength. Above all, gratitude is your shield against darkness. Marcus Aurelius faced loss, betrayal, and stress few can imagine, yet he wrote daily to train his mind for peace. You don't need to be loud or seek validation. Quietly tend to your mind, and your life will transform. You're doing better than you think, not because life is perfect, but because you're aware. Awareness sparks change. This is how you defeat negative thoughts, not with force, but with daily clarity, inner silence, and stoic strength. Practice these truths relentlessly, and your mind becomes your fortress. You don't need a flawless life, just a disciplined mind. If this video spoke to you, like it to share this wisdom with others. Comment your favorite insight or quote below. Share it with someone who needs peace. Subscribe to build a stoic mind with us. Final affirmation for the comments. My mind is my greatest weapon.